Hey guys, it's just Tanya here, founder of the T&G Designs Group Limited. Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, we are going to be looking at how to set up Canva. Okay, so you're probably actually watching this video because do you know what? Adobe is a little too tricky to learn right now and you don't have the time to learn reams and reams of packages to make sure that you can actually keep producing professional looking items or collateral for your business. Now, if that sounds like you, then Canva is definitely the way to go because guess what? You do not have to spend months upon months learning the program like you would do with Adobe, but you can actually get going and get started straight away. So go ahead and watch this video, which by the way is a little sneaky peek of my digital course that I actually have on offer. And if you look at the link below, you'll find out a little bit more information about it. So go ahead and watch this video, get started with Canva and get your design projects out there. And please come share it with me. I have a brand hub called the T&G Designs Brand Hub, which I'd love to see your designs. Let me know how you're getting on with it. Go ahead and share it with me and I'll be able to offer any additional advice. So come along and join the T&G Designs Brand Hub and become a member of such a supportive, great space. It's absolutely free, but it is a members only space. So it's designed for literally business owners who are wanting to grow even further and actually network even more. So make sure you go ahead and do that. The link is also in the comment section below. And in the meantime, go ahead and watch this video and let's get you started.
Hey guys, this is Canva. So all you need to do is just make sure you open up your window browser for your internet and go ahead and type in canva.com. That's canva.com. And you'll be taken to this lovely little window. Now, if you already have a login, sorry, this is the page that you'll come into straight away. Otherwise, for sign-up versions, it's pretty much the same thing. All you need to do is just go ahead and use any of the details that it asks for, fill in the relevant information, and go ahead and set up your account for Canva. You have two main versions of Canva. So, first version is the free version. Now you can do quite a bit with your free version, but please be aware that there are going to be a lot of restrictions. Now, the second part is the paid for version, and that's split into two, so you can either be a pro or you can have the enterprise. Now, each of those packages obviously allow you to do a little bit more, and that's what I'm going to be working with is the pro section. But either way, if you do have a free account, you can still follow along and still do the majority of the things within this course. But bear in mind, there may be a couple of little restrictions along the way. So I just need to make sure that you're clear about that. Okay, everyone, so here we are. So this is the main homepage. So once you set yourself up, you'll be taken to this lovely little page. And you can see to the right-hand side here at the top, you're going to see your avatar and the little circle here. And obviously a place where you can start creating your design. You have different settings for your account and then different areas where you can find out a little bit more of different features that are going on with Canva. And then also the templates. So this is the section that we want to pay a little bit more closer attention to. But before we do, let me just quickly talk you through what's going on the left-hand side here. So you have a section where it's literally for all your designs. So anything that you create will be dropped into this little section here. So it's just another easy point of reference. For an additional easy point of reference, once we've actually created our logo and the general ethos for our brand, and when we think about our colorings and fonts and everything like that, we can put it into this tiny little hub here, which will keep it all separated from the rest of our projects. And what this just allows you to do is just to make it, or give it, sorry, an easy point of reference for you to just go ahead and find easily. The next section you can see here is the content planner. And all this allows you to do, it allows you to set up your content throughout the month, the next 2 months, and so forth and so forth. So what we want to be able to do is to make sure that we plan ahead. We actually start thinking of the future. We want to think about not just tomorrow, but we want to think about next week and the week after that. So this allows you to set up your content. Okay, so the next part is looking at creating a team. So what this allows you to do is imagine if you have one big project that you want to make sure that your team members are able to access without having to physically download the entire project, upload it to an email, and then send it on to each individual team member so that they can have a look at it and potentially go ahead and edit it. Now, this literally cuts all that out for you. All you need to do, create your project, go ahead and create a link for the project. You can get an invite link right here, actually, sorry. What that will allow you to do will then you'll be able to email that particular link to each of your team members. And with that, all they'll need to do is click on that link and gain access to that specific project. That is it. Nice and easy. As I said, it's that key word throughout Canva. It's all about easy. It's all about straightforward interfacing as well. And make sure that you don't have any problems doing what you need to do. Okay, so the next section is actually looking at your folders. So again, this pretty much brings everything for all your designs, anything you purchased or uploads, again, anything you've thrown away, any likes or even things that you shared with other team members and so forth. Everything goes here, and even down to your logos as well. So this is looking at your brand kit, for example. Everything that you've created will go into this little section here. So as you can see, my folder is currently empty, but yours will be full. So let's get straight into it. So this is your library of templates, and this is the section that we want to look at in particular. As you can see, you've got everything from all your social media content all the way through to things that are trending. We're going to look at the logo section. And as I said, at the moment, we're literally just talking you through the general setup of Canva. So we're not going to creating the project just yet, but that will be in one of the next lessons. And but this is just literally just talking you through each of the sections. So as soon as you click on that option, you get your logo templates, which talks you to a little bit about what's going on. Each of these categories are literally, again, making things as simple and as straightforward for you to navigate through. In general, you'll find everything listed right here, and you just have a little look to see what resonates with you, and then you go from there. You literally pick whichever one you want to go ahead and choose. Right. So I'm, just for ease of reference, we're going to go with good old Reginald. We want Reginald and Barnes. We want this set up. And what happens here, what this is showing you rather, is showing you all the different colors that pertain to this particular logo. And then equally, where it's showing you the colors, it's equally introducing you to the idea of branding. So when you understand what your colors are, what your fonts are, you're going to understand what the general look and feel of your brand is also going to be as well. And equally, if you, for example, choose what you've chosen and you think, do you know what, maybe I don't actually like that, you're feeling a little indecisive, and we'll get rid of that by the time you finish this course. But maybe you've decided, you know what, I don't actually want to go with that. Here's what you have. You have a whole host of other images to choose from within that same color palette. So that's just something to be mindful of. As I said, Canva helps you out along your whole journey throughout the process. So we're going to stick with this. We're going to be decisive and we're going to stick with this. So here we go. Go ahead and choose it. Use that template. Okay, so here's the template that we selected. Reginald and Barnes. Now, the obvious thing is, that is not our name. Natural makeup, that is not what we do. But if you are a makeup artist, well then maybe you want to keep that. But in actual fact, you have the flexibility to go ahead and adapt this to make it your own. You need to understand what your objective is and your why is. When you do that, picking your template is going to be an easy point of reference for you. So for example, in my head, I'm going to imagine that I was a gardener. And so in my head, I decided that I want to go ahead and pick this floral type logo. So first thing we want to make sure we do, you will always get given a template that is either grouped like this, or it will be in sections. This is a bit of both. Either way, you will always be allowed to adapt the text and even the color to suit what it is that you actually want for your own personal brand, for your own business brand, and for whatever it is that you do. Make it relevant. I cannot stress you enough. You need to make it as relevant as possible so that your viewers actually equally can reference you on what it is that you do easily. That's the name of the game. Easy references. Make sure you make a note of those. Okay, so we're going to go with the whole gardener theme. Our name is not Reginald and Barnes. Let's say we want to change the name. So I'm going to go with, let's go with this. So Daisy Garden Services. We're going to go with that. That's our business name. Now you can see, as easy as it was, literally all I had to do is just double click onto the name and go ahead and change and edit the name. That was it. Nice and easy peasy thing to do. As you can see here though, it started wrapping our name. I don't want that. I want everything to appear on one line. So this is all we need to do. We're going to come here to the edge of the box and we're just going to stretch our box so that everything appears on one line. So if we deselect that, then we can actually see how things are going to look. Now I still feel that that's a little too wide for this logo. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and double click that again. I'm going to come right up here and go ahead and change the font size. Now, even that is going from one extreme to the next. That's too small. We want to make sure that we have a good ratio between our actual business name and the emblem that we're using. So at the end of the day, we want our business name to be a little bit more prominent, and especially compared to what it is now. So I'm going to double click again. And let's go for 21. I think I'm quite happy with that because our name is nice and bold and the logo size is okay size. I actually might make it a tiny bit smaller. And then nature. Think about what it is that your business does. What does your service do? What does your product do? Sometimes you actually might need to use this phrase, you might need to chunk up what your business does. Now, what I mean by that, rather than saying to yourself, oh, for example, if I have a product and it's a shovel, it's just a shovel. No, what does that shovel do? You need to think about the whole general feel as to what that shovel will give that person. So technically, sorry, it's not chunking up, it's chunking down. We actually want to think about how by doing that, you're going to start extracting certain keywords that will allow you to start constructing a strapline that is suitable for your business. So the fact that I've used these three words, live, love, and nature, think about as Daisy Garden Services offers, it allows people, in my mind, it allows them to go outside, love the nature, love their garden again, live freely, and enjoy the nature that they're living in. So, okay, so now that we've decided on what our strapline is, what our name is, and we're happy with the size and the fonts that we've chosen, let's think about, does this color still represent who we are or what our business is about? Maybe, for example, we want to change the color of our actual main name. Here's what you do. You literally go up to this A with this solid line underneath it and go ahead and click on that, and that will allow you to change the color to suit whatever color scheme you want to go ahead with. So say, for example, we want to go with this dark gray here. Literally all that will allow you to do is change the color to dark gray, and I'm going to show an even more obvious color just so you can see it for ease of reference. So there you go, Daisy Garden Services. And equally, you can do the same for your strapline too. Go ahead and change that up to suit. Maybe we want a slightly different shade. Always remember as well, your strapline should never ever overpower the main name of your service. Do not let it do that. It's literally just an additional booster to make people understand what your service is about or what your product is about and so forth. I'm going to change this color back to the dark gray, because I think I actually quite like that. And we're going to choose, you know what, we're going to go with the same color. That's absolutely fine to do. And maybe we want to go ahead and change the color of our illustration. We don't have to keep it that same color. We can keep it in the gray as well. Maybe we want to change it to black. Or maybe we choose a color to suit what it is that we want. We're going to go with typical gardening colors. And also you can change up the background. Maybe you want to change the background to a purple. Obviously, with the colors that we've chosen for our main logo and the title, it does not work. So we've got to think about complementary colors. We've got to think about colors that are going to equally work with what it is that we are doing. If you are stuck on that, that's something to literally just have a play around with, and you're going to see what sits comfortably, naturally with your eye. This, for example, would not sit comfortably with your eye. This is maybe a little bit more easy to get around. Maybe you just don't want a background at all and you want to keep it as simple as possible, and you can just go ahead and do that right there. So the other thing, can you see that there's a dotted line around these two options here? What you need to make sure that you do, you can either keep them together. This is basically grouped. When you see this dotted line, it just means that the options are grouped together. And then all you have to do, if you want them ungrouped so that you can move each of these elements separately and maybe give them a little bit more space, you just come up to these three dotted lines to the top right hand of your artboard area. Go ahead and click on the ungroup section and make sure that you're easily able to do that. Also, just as a little point of reference, if, for example, you did not want anything to be in caps, this is all you have to do. Go back to that same three dots again and go ahead and pick on this little icon, which has a lowercase e as well as an uppercase E. And literally that's giving you a little clue as to what that does. It helps you to change the font. So you can either have it as lowercase or you can just keep it as uppercase, entirely up to you. And then equally, this little point here allows you to underline your title as well, if that's what you want to do. The position, when you want to change things to the position, maybe this is more so talking about your alignment. If, for example, you want to align things to the top of your artbook area, you can actually see that it's taken to the top of the artboard area. If you want it to the middle, you put it right back to the middle. If you want it to the bottom, does the same thing, sends it right to the bottom. Now say, for example, you've made a change and you didn't actually want that change and you want to go back. This is all you have to do. Use this back button right here. It's literally called undo. And if you have it on an Apple, literally you hit the command key, hold that down and you press Z at the same time. If you're on a PC laptop, I think the other option would be Control Z. And then go ahead and do that if you want to use a shortcut. Either way, you go ahead and just use that backspace that allows you to put things back to the way you want it. Okay, so this is pretty much of a plain and simple logo. I think I'm cool with that. Incidentally, you have so many options to choose from, as I said before. These are other different styles that you can choose, and equally you can go ahead and change up the templates to suit. Now, can you see that there are little icons in the bottom right hand corner of each of these options here? Obviously, these all say free. Okay, so what that literally allows you to do is to use the free versions. There will be the odd occasion where you'd actually see a price there, which obviously means that you need to be able to pay for that option. So we're just going to quickly just go back to what we remembered. We want this 21 and we're going to make this size 10, and we're going to change this color to dark gray. We'll do the same for here. Oh, sorry. I'm going to change that. And we're going to get rid of these little numbers because we don't want that. We've decided we're going to get rid of those. Okay, and we're just going to make sure that this is aligned. Give it a little tiny space. And then again, we are going to change this. We'll use that cream color. And do you know what? I'm actually going to leave it on this creamy colored background rather than keeping on the white. So the next thing that we want to make sure that you actually do is save your document.
So there you have it. That is Canva from the beginning. So now you need to keep going with your journey. You need to keep pushing forward and go ahead and make sure you share your projects with me in that T&G Designs brand hub, because guess what? I'd love to see what you guys have been up to. Let me know. Give me some feedback as well within the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share this video as well with other people who you think would really benefit from it. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. And equally in that brand hub too. See you guys. Take care. Bye.